Hello friends, today we are going to see what are the TS diagram. As we have already seen PV diagrams, TS diagram means the graph of t-axis versus x-axis. So along the vertical axis we will have temperature and along the horizontal axis we will have entropy or S. Now as we have seen four different type of processes, we will also see those four processes how we can plot them in this graph. But before that, I will like to tell you that we are only dealing in today's lecture the reversible processes. We are not dealing any irreversible processes to plot these graphs. The reason I will tell in the next class. Okay, so first of all we will see what is the isothermal process. We know isothermal process is the process in which temperature of the body does not change. So clearly we can plot the graph parallel to the t-axis so that we can know this is isotherm. We also know that ds is equal to dq upon t. So if the process is adiabatic, that is there is no exchange of heat, then there is no change in entropy, and therefore in case of adiabatic process the process will be also isentropic. That means its entropy does not change. So this is isentropic process, or basically it is adiabatic process, and that's why the entropy is not changing. But there can be various reasons for no change in entropy, so we will call this process as isentropic process and we will not call it adiabatic process in case of TS diagram. To plot isochoric and isobaric processes, we will discuss the equations we discussed last lecture. ds is equal to, in terms of pressure, Cp dt upon T minus Nr dP upon P. So in case if the pressure is constant, then this term will go to 0, and then we will get from this ds by dt. I am writing here a curly d, that is dou, because now s can be function of t and p. In this case only we are dealing pressure is constant, but in other cases also there can be pressure. So the partial derivative we can calculate like this. So this will be equal to Cp upon T. But we are plotting the graph of T versus S. So our slope will be the reciprocal of this, that is d by T upon d by S, that is T upon Cp. So this is at constant pressure. Okay. Now as this is derivative, this is the slope of your graph. So in the TS diagram for isobaric process or isobar, the slope of the graph is T upon Cp. Now remember, T is positive, Cp is also positive, and that's why the graph is also positive. So as T increases, S also increases in case of isobaric process. So this is isobar. Now let's take a look at isochoric process. So in that we have seen the equation ds is equal to Cv dt upon T plus Nr dV upon V. So this was the equation we have seen in the last lecture. So again doing the same process, we get ds by dt is equal to Cv upon T, and the slope will be the reciprocal of this, that is T upon Cv at the constant volume. So at constant volume this term will be 0, and we will get this slope. So again if I want to draw this in the same graph, remember Cp is greater than Cv. Okay, so Cp is in the denominator, and so this value will be smaller than the value of this slope. Okay, and that's why the graph of isochoric process is more steep, that is it will have more slope. So this will be isochoric or isochore. Okay. So isochoric graph will have higher slope than the isobaric graph in TS diagram. So now you can ask what is the use of TS diagram, because we already have PV diagram. So what is the use of TS diagram? In case of PV diagram, I will show what we were calculating from the graph. So if there is some process, then we use this graph to calculate the area under the curve, and that was our work done, which is P into dV. So I will write dV. So dW is equal to P dV. Now in case of TS diagram, now suppose this is some process. So there is some area under the curve. Now look, what should be this? This is TDS, and we have seen this is what the change in heat or heat provided or heat released, whatever it is. So the change in heat is given by this area under the curve. We can consider a cycle, a reversible cycle. Let's say from this point to this point. Let's say this is point A and this is point B, and this side is called R1 and then this side is called R2. So this is cyclic process, and we are assuming that this is reversible also. So in this process, what is going to happen? The more in area under the curve has a process R1, and that's why this is heat coming in. So this is heat in, or this can be, you can write this as QH, because it is coming from the hotter side. Here it is higher temperature, here it is lower temperature. So this is T, this is S. So you can easily find out where is the higher temperature region, and therefore the heat must be coming in from that side in the heat engine, and then the heat is going out from this side. So we can write it Q out, or this can be Q cold, QC, right? And therefore you can see that the difference will be the work done. So what is the difference between PV diagram and TS diagram? So from the PV diagram we can only find out the work done, but from this process or from this diagram we can find out Q in, Q out, and subtracting these two we can obviously get W, and therefore we can also get the efficiency of the heat engine from the diagram itself, because W upon Q in will be our efficiency. Or you can also write QH minus QC upon QH. You also need not to find out what is the work done, or if you find out this subtraction you will get W, but that is byproduct. So what is important in this TS diagram, that we can find out the efficiency directly from the diagram.